Hey you guys, this is a weird place for me to be filming from. I need to turn this off so I can hear you. Got my air conditioner blasting because it's freaking hot. I don't know, 90 something degrees today. It's ridiculous. And I'm sitting here in the pharmacy line at CVS. I'm driving through to pick up my mother's refill prescription. And I wish I could hold this camera up better. How do I do this? How do I do this, people? Oh, there we go. Oh, I have to lose the patented YouTube fat chicks pose that makes everybody look so beautiful. And, you know, now this is the Porky Pig camera angle. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to get some of this, and then right next door, right over there, is Trader Joe's, and I think I'm going to go to Trader Joe's and buy a few things. Today is Beltane Eve. I'm not a Wiccan or pagan or witchy, but you know, I support Earth stuff, and I think May Day and that whole reawakening, rebirth stuff is wonderful. Plus it gives me an excuse to go home with a bottle of champagne and seduce my husband. He's going to be at our house tonight. He's fixing the swamp cooler, so I figure, hey, if the swamp cooler's on, it's Beltane Eve, you know, he's susceptible to champagne. So we'll see what we can accomplish that way. Thank you, Brenda, for giving me the idea. I hadn't thought about it until you did your Beltane and sex video. So, let's see, what else am I doing? Oh, I'm wearing my my bracelet that I got in Nevada City that I love so much. It complements the blue and purple hair very much. I'm loving it. Loving the blue and purple hair. Oh, I kind of like that. There we go. Give myself a weird ass pompadour. Anyway, so what else is going on? I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's, then I'm gonna hightail it on home. I might stop by McDonald's and get some sweet tea on the way out of this parking lot. Maybe get my mom a fish sandwich. She loves fish sandwiches. Yeah, again, I don't have a whole lot to say about much of anything. Although I've been thinking a lot about hoarding and the things that I hoard. And so in my next video, which I will probably do tonight, I think I want to do a full-on deal about, ooh, it's time for me to move up in line. A full-on deal about the stuff that I hoard. It's really hilarious. And the stuff that my husband hoards is even funnier. So, well, I think I'll give you guys a rundown of some of that stuff tonight. Yeah, so that's about that. I miss y'all. Wish everybody was here hanging out with me. I wish we were at Jude's fantasy YouTube craft camp that she was telling me about the other day. I love that idea. So anyhow, talk to you guys later. Bye. Good morning, everybody. I'm at home, and what you're looking at is my century plant. Look at that thing. Look at its tall phallic spire. Hasn't it's got it right up there in the let's see if I can zoom in. Right up there in the top, you'll see that's where it's going to bloom. But look at that thing. Boom. As soon as it blooms, my blue agave is gonna be tits up. Hey pigs. Hi darlings. There's my buddy. How you doing, guy? How you doing, buddy? That is a big pig. Little pig still lying over there inside that little shelter. How you doing, pig? You hungry? I bet you're hungry. Yeah, you are. Okay, this is just a tiny little preview of something. I've been talking about hoarding. Okay, what you're looking at here are crates of rocks. I hoard rocks. I know that's strange and hard to believe, but I do. And that's just tiny little bits of the rocks that I've been hoarding. Man, my place is looking like hell. It looks like nobody lives here. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. I wish I had more time to hang out here with you, but I don't because I got to get home. I've stayed the night at my house, and my mom is alone. Hey, Sambo, how you doing, bud? That's our dog, Sam. How you doing, Guy? Oh, him a good boy. He's a very, very old German short hair. Okay, well, I'm going to open that fence right there, and I'm going to drive that car right there down the hill and home. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, everybody. More random vlogging. It's probably late morning or early afternoon on May Day or Beltane or whatever, however you describe it. And it's beautiful. I mean, it's hot out there. Going to be 90 at least by this afternoon. But it's a bright, beautiful day. The birds are singing and all that sort of happy horse shit. I was home last night with a Grant. I just wanted to be with him on the eve of the first day of May. And he's still sick. He's got this awful cold that just won't go away, and it's a little nerve-wracking because he doesn't get sick very often, and when he does, he pretty much goes down. He doesn't overdo it, So he's been like this for a week, and it's got me worried. But while I was home, I snagged something that I want to show you guys. It is my smoky quartz crystal. Show it to you. That's a whole lot of crystal right there. Big old chunk. This is what the bottom looks like. It's got a little oxide there. Let's see if it comes in to decent. There we go. If I cover my face, you can get some decent resolution with this thing. I got it probably at least 20 years ago. I was up in Bass Lake, which is a town that you pass through on the way to Yosemite if you're coming from the south. And it's a little mountain town, and they had a rock shop, and I was in there, and I saw this thing, and for some reason I was just drawn to it. Well, let me show you. I think part of why I was drawn to it. Okay. When I hold it like this, and there are indentations that my fingers go in, so I always hold it in the same spot, it fits perfectly in my palm, completely in my palm, and it turns into a weapon of self-defense. I mean, if you had this thing and you whacked an assailant in the eye or in the temple, preferably, boom, you could take them down, take them out, it'd be all over. So, if I ever hit the road with my husband, I probably won't carry a gun, but I'll definitely have this. So at any time, if I'm mano a mano with some assailant, boy, I'll give him a good one with my crystal. So I also have I've had several different crystals, some on chain, small ones. But the other one that I have that I could not find, and I don't know what it is, so I'm wondering if you guys can help shed light on that. It's actually the color of my hair. It's bluish and greenish and purplish and kind of clear down at the end. It's about this long, and it looks more like a wand than anything else. It's completely cylindrical. It has a completely, rounded off end, like it's been polished up. But at the other end, it is the rock crystal part. Like I said, it's about this long, about this big around. I will find it and show you because I have no idea what kind of crystal it is, where it came from. It's really cool. I don't use crystals for anything other than possibly, killing off a robber at some point in my future. Except for that, I just love them and I love to look at them. I think that's why a lot of us collect these things. It's just simply because they are fascinating to look at, particularly when you look inside and you start to see stuff inside there. and you're like, oh my goodness, there's a whole world, there's a city down in there. And then, you know, you trip out for a little while. You know, get through a little bit more of your depressing life. My neatest crystal experience, though, was back in the day. Tom and I were flirting with the idea of getting married, so I had a clothing store, and across the street from my clothing store was a jewelry store, so we walked over there to look at diamonds just because. And so we're looking at unset stones, and they're right around a carat, and the jeweler brings out the stone, and he says, I want you to see this. He says, this is kind of interesting. It was just a round, brilliant cut. So you look at it with a loupe, and inside it was an inclusion, a feather they call it, and the little feathered inclusion deep in that stone, which you didn't see when you were looking straight on. It was very nicely cut, so you didn't see it. But with this loupe, and when you looked at it, it looked for all the world like a fairy. I mean, it was in the shape of like a dancing fairy. It was the coolest thing I have ever seen. And it was some sort of a mineral that was, it wasn't a fracture, it was some kind of a mineral that was inside the diamond. And I guess that happens a lot. I guess, particularly rubies. Now this wasn't a ruby, but rubies will be found inside diamonds. So, and probably many other minerals as well. But, you know, that's what they told us is you'll often find rubies. I don't know if they knew what was inside this one, but it was really kind of interesting. So yeah, I have kind of an affinity for crystals, for their beauty more than anything else. This is going to be like the weirdest video I've ever uploaded because it's all these little disjointed pieces that don't have any connection to one another. It's my water. I'm trying to drink lots of ice water today. I'm really feeling dehydrated, and my skin is feeling kind of dehydrated. Oh man, I love ice water. So I'm continuing my my search. Well, not search. It's more of a it's a YouTube binge on videos having to do with people who have sold everything and hit the road. I found some really interesting videos. This one girl. She and her dog have been traveling around for a couple years in a, I think it's a Class B motorhome maybe, and she's got a Suzuki Samurai she hauls behind her, and I'm not sure what she does for money. She seems extremely well educated, so maybe she writes, I mean, I don't know. And her videos are very fun and extremely informative. I'm learning all sorts of stuff. And the name of her channel is, I think it's 2012 Escape E1. I think that's what it is. I'll try to remember to link it down below. So she's just real entertaining, and if you've ever wondered what it was like to just chuck everything and get some stuff together and head out, search for those kinds of videos. Watch this gal, and then of course you'll get a bunch on the sidebar, and you'll go off into, you know, YouTube oblivion with all of the videos that are available. But one thing that is really interesting about her is that she's very well outfitted. She has a lot of gadgets that do different things, like, you know, solar cell phone chargers and cool little leveler things and all sorts of neat stuff that she's, you know, she hauls around with her. She really thinks things out. Like, for example, in her Samurai, she's got like a mini kit. If she had to take off in her Samurai, let's say something happened. Let's say she was at Mammoth and the volcano went off, and she, you know, had to get as far away as she could, as fast as she could. She and the dog could hop in the Samurai and haul ass out of there with the tent, some food, a backpack, water, dog food. All of that she keeps in her Samurai, which is such a great idea. Yeah, if you're interested in that lifestyle, either you're thinking about doing it or you just wonder what it's like, it's fascinating to watch these videos. It just makes you want to go. So I guess that's all I have to ramble about today. I'm looking around to see if I brought anything else to show you, and I didn't. So on that note, I will say adieu and catch you guys later. Bye.